Maturity and responsibility are not measured by age, they are built by experience. It is not when we start speaking big things, but rather when we start understanding small things. You may not be able to control the situation, but you can always control your attitude and how you deal with it. That's when maturity and responsibility occur. Being mature and responsible may be challenging, but you will see how much better you'll feel about yourself in no time with a bit of effort and motivation. Life does not prepare you for the responsibility that comes along with being an adult. Well, who would be ready to plunge into the adulthood stage where you have to pay your bills, fire up another workday, or drink some coffee and pretend that you know what you are doing? You might feel that fear while entering adulthood, but that is normal. The pressure is real, yet you must learn how to face it because that is part of life. You might have friends who have been nagging you to act more maturely and responsibly, but you still don't know how. Worry no more because I will give you tips and advice on being more mature and responsible. 1. Set your goals. If you want to be more mature and responsible, you have to make it a clear and realistic goal, rather than seeking satisfaction in fantasy. Strive and compete for your objectives. Invest your energy in setting your goals and activities that extend beyond one's self-interest. 2. Be persistent. Aside from setting your goals, it would help if you did to achieve maturity to have perseverance. Achieving your goals in life or getting results from what you've worked hard for takes time and process. So keep on trying and be a persevering person. Never give up halfway, and always remember your goal. 3. Listen more and talk less. Most people tend to treat conversation like a competitive sport, but actually, this approach is opposite to the one you should take. Do you know that the person who talks fewer benefits the most, and the person who talks most benefit most minor? Listening is also a sign of maturity because when you listen, you understand things. So be a giver rather than a talker. 4. Have self-control. If you want to have more maturity and responsibility, learn how to control yourself. Manage your thoughts, emotions, and temper. Be careful to evaluate and analyze your actions and behavior. It may be a great challenge, but if you learn from it, you can master anything. Thus, never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. 5. Respect other people's opinions. People have different perceptions of life. Hence, respecting others' beliefs, points of view, or way of life without any judgment is a sign of maturity to understand things in life. Even if you disagree with someone's opinion, learn to respect it and make it a point to never argue about it. 6. Develop acceptance. Letting go of everything that's bothering you or all the negative thoughts you have in mind doesn't mean giving up, but accepting that there are things that cannot be. Just accept the unchangeable and remove yourself from the unacceptable. So if you want to be more mature and responsible, recognize what you cannot have and be contented with what you have. 7. Be optimistic. If you view life on a positive side, it will help you get stronger in whatever circumstances you are facing right now. Maturity and optimism come on the same line. If you continue to entertain those negative vibes, immaturity will come along. Be responsible and mature enough to think that everything has a purpose. Never let yourself be caged by your nemesis. It is always healthier to have positive thoughts rather than the opposite. 8. Be open-minded. There may be things that aren't always what you want them to be. Just stay open-minded and look at the bigger picture. An open-minded person admits to being wrong, one who thinks and opens his mind before opening his mouth. 9. Build self-confidence. Never underestimate your strength. Accept and love yourself, not needing someone else to complete you. Help yourself without expecting other people to do it for you. The best way to gain your self-confidence is by doing what you are afraid of. 10. Be contented. Stop complaining. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, be content and learn to be thankful for everything you have. A wise man knows how to be contented because he knows happiness comes from contentment. 11. Avoid criticisms and being envious. It is indeed essential to seek objective criticisms. However, if you are mature and responsible enough, refrain from reacting to feedback from other people because this is only a sign of a childish response. Instead, find joy in others' success rather than criticize and pull them down to satisfy envy and bitterness. 12. Make sacrifices. Another sign of maturity and responsibility is when you can make sacrifices for others' good without any resentment. So step out of your comfort zone and make sacrifices wholeheartedly as long as possible because it is part of life, not something to regret, but something to aspire to. 13. Never blame others for your rejections or failures in life. Many people are unaware that they are responsible for the circumstances they face in life. Instead of taking their responsibility, they look for others to blame for their mistakes, rejections, and failures in life. But in reality, you create your own problem, so you should be responsible enough to handle it. Moreover, it is not also right to punish yourself when things go wrong. With the right attitude, you can learn from your mistakes and accept the fact that you will really fail. However, failures only teach you how to be strong in life. 14. Do good deeds. Learn how to share good fortune with others. Selfishness is only a sign of immaturity. Doing good deeds is a man's most glorious task, showing his maturity and sense of responsibility to handle different situations. If you do good, good will come to you as well. 15. Cope with the fear of death. We all know that everyone will face death in the future, and many people are probably afraid to face this reality. Maturity is when you're able to accept the fact that death is part of life. Just focus your attention on living in the present rather than imagining the future. Living in the adulthood stage involves remaining vulnerable to both sadness and joy innate in the human condition. There you have it. Those are just some tips on how to become mature and responsible in life. Remember that immature people always want to win an argument, but mature people understand that it's always better to lose an argument and win a relationship. Maturity starts when all your drama in life ends. Please subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like the video.